We just watched Spider-Man last night. The Andrew Garfield one. I had never seen that one. Have you seen it?
Probably.
It's the one with like the lizard. The lizard villain. Yeah, okay. This question here is like, what if you woke up one morning in a parallel universe? So everything's just slightly off. Your dog's name's not Blaze, but it's Hayes.
I'm not gonna lie. This is a very intrusive thought that I've always had for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I have thought of this, and I don't know why I've thought of this, but you know those vivid dreams that you have sometimes? Or like you wake up and you're not like fully awake, but you're kind of like, I don't know. I've thought of like, what if this is like a different part of what, like somewhere else?
Like you woke up in a different universe?
Yeah, and not like you woke up in a different universe, but what if like when you shut your eyes,
you're in a different universe.
And then when you open your eyes, you're back in like, you're just in your norm that you like were here for.
I've thought about that too, like, but then I think to myself also, I've had dreams where I'm like Spider-Man and flying through I guess in theory a parallel universe I could be Spider-Man.
The one every time I have this thought, it's always so. You remember our elementary school, right?
Yeah.
I always have like a dream that I'm stuck on a roof and there's wolves below trying to eat me. Don't ask me. I've had this dream like 20 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I wonder, so I always get like curious, like what if...
And they never get you? Do they ever get close to getting you?
They get on the roof.
And then you wake up?
They get on the roof, but they never jump at me yet. Like they've never launched at me yet.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. What are you looking up?
I'm looking up what does it mean wolves trying to eat me in my dreams. Dreaming of wolves trying to eat you can symbolize feeling threatened, overwhelmed, or experiencing inner conflict in your waking life. It may also represent a confrontation with your own primal instincts, unresolved issues, or anxieties about situations you feel are out of control.
Sounds about right.
The wolf can also signify deceptive people in your life who appear helpful but have malicious intent. Interesting. What dream do I always have often? I don't know if there's a repetitive one. I've definitely had like the fallen dream.
I don't dream that often, and when I do, it's...
I mean, do you sleep good? They say that if you remember your dreams...
Then why am I so tired when I'm up?
Because you probably don't sleep good for long enough.
It's true.
But you hit REM cycle.
Hold on, I can tell you exactly how much REM cycle I...
How does that even work?
I don't know. It connects to my bed and my body motions, apparently.
Oh, okay. But now, you guys have a smart bed. Mm-hmm. So, is it connected to... How does it work if you guys are... switch sides of the bed, or...
I don't know. We've never tested that out.
Oh. Or if, like, let's say you're both sleeping on one side of the bed, your guys are cuddling or something like that?
I don't know. I've never tested that out. This bed is so new.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay, let's see. Okay, last night. So I slept from 9:24 p.m. till 4:17 a.m. this morning. And so I got a total of 6 hours and 31 minutes. And REM sleep, I have 29%. Light sleep, I have 47%. And deep sleep, I have 24%.
And they're all supposed to be 100, or...
No,
it adds up to 100. I see, yeah.
It's a
For
pie
a
chart.
29-year-old female, the recommended sleep duration is 7 to 9 hours a night. So that's probably why you feel tired, because you're not hitting...
I was watching Big Mouth last night, and I saw the new season. I didn't realize they had a new season. It was kind of funny, actually.
Do you believe in alternate timelines? Like the parallel universe and all that?
I don't know. know, because like I don't know. I guess because of the fact that I have those intrusive thoughts, like what if like I've also like thought of like what if the like when I'm awake, it's me dreaming while I'm dying.
What?
Like, okay, I don't know why.
So like
If you think
you're
about
in a coma?
like either like I'm in a coma or like I'm about to like die, but I'm like dreaming. So like, yeah, I could be in a coma, or I'm like, it's like my end stage of life, and this is what I'm dreaming about, is my entire like flashback of my life, basically.
Interesting.
But it's actually like me going through it.
I have had the theory that what if the lives that we're living right now, what we are in the womb is our dreams in the womb, if that makes sense. And then you once you pass away, then you like, it's almost like reincarnation, I guess, in theories. Like I've thought about that idea of like, okay, I've seen this life, and then consciously that's all going to get wiped away.
A lot of people say that they go through like deja vu. I have never had a deja vu
I've
moment.
definitely had deja vu. I had one.
Am I just like experience my life for the first time then?
Maybe you haven't. Maybe
What does it feel like?
your big deja vu. I mean, deja vu is just like, it feels weird because you're like, feel like I've done this before, or I feel like I've been here even though I've never been to this new restaurant, something like that. It's weird. It's because so one time I was with my buddies, and we're all hanging out, and I had crazy deja vu that we had that exact same conversation and we're doing the same thing that we were doing, and we were playing Wii Sports baseball. We had never done that before as a group, and it was very strange because I was like, dude, we have definitely, and I kept asking them like, are we sure that we've never done this?
I've done that to a person.
What?
Like, I walked up to a person, I was like, hey, what's your name? And they're like, or no, I was like, is your name this? And they're like, no, my name is this. And I was like, are you sure? Because, like, you look like this person.
Well, that could just be,
but
you thought that you...
I thought I recognized the person, and I didn't. But,
And maybe.
but it's just like, I don't know, I felt like I met her before, but she said that we've never met before.
Do you still talk to that person today?
No.
Or no? Oh, maybe
This was back in high school.
that could have been like you met them in a past life almost thing.
Yeah.
And that's what, you know, like Hancock, the movie Hancock with Will Smith, how they're always like pulled together pretty much. They have this like gravity towards each other.
Yeah.
And obviously none of us are ever going to know what happens after we pass away until it actually happens.
Yeah.
Like everyone has their own beliefs and all that, and that's fine. I just think the idea of conspiracy theories interests me so much because no one knows what's right or wrong. Right? Or I guess technically eventually you could find out some things are right or wrong with the whole like the aliens or mermaids or whatever, you know, those, but I'm talking about like afterlife and all that is such an interesting thought to me because it's like what really does happen, no one will have an answer to. And then when we do finally find it out, we don't either, like if reincarnation is a thing, we'll instantly forget, right? Or it's like if heaven is a thing, then we'll just be in heaven. You know, it's not like it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. It's, yeah. Anyways, before we get too in deep in that, how do you think that your life would change if you met another you? So let's say, yeah, like a alternate timeline. You wake up in another timeline, but it was almost like you were teleported to that timeline, and or like an Interstellar thing. Have you seen Interstellar? Oh, shoot.
I think it would be a fun time with two Celenes around.
I think I'd kick the chair. I'm just kidding.
I'm glad that's all you would do is kick the chair.
No. I think if I met a second Dom, my instant reaction, I'd freak out. I'd be like, why? Like, and
I would think of teleportation. I'm not gonna lie. Like from the future, I'm gonna be like, is this my like old self?
would you want to meet your future self?
Yeah, I want to know what dumb shit I'm about to do.
I don't think I'd want to meet myself.
Why?
I think I'd be scared to meet. I have a huge fear of failure. Like, as in, like, failing as a provider, or failing as a parent, or failing as a husband, or failing, etc. Like, failing in career, all that. I want to be successful, and I want to be happy. So, I don't think I would meet my future self, because I would be terrified to meet that person, and it not be what I was expecting. Or what I have expectations for myself, if that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Like,
I guess.
yeah, I would hope that I'm not in some, like, dead
Well, what
end.
if it's a positive thing? And, like, what if it's, like...
It absolutely could be. But
you don't wanna
that
take
fear
that
that it's
chance?
not would ruin my life and force me into that. Probably force me into...
You have too much fear in your life. You gotta let it go. You gotta live your life.
But think about that. If you were to meet yourself and you weren't what you were expecting, and let's say you were like a bum, you were a homeless dude on the side of the road, like, wouldn't that would kill me.
I would ask why. Because anybody could get to that place.
What if you could just see it, though, and you didn't?
That's true, but I mean, like, if you saw that you became a homeless man, it could be something that, like, there are so many people that they might have thought that they're in their, like, happiest relationship, and then all of a sudden they find out that they're with this, like, very narcissistic, manipulated person.
No, of course.
And they take everything from them.
No,
and that's how...
I mean, that happened to me.
You didn't become homeless.
No, I know, but, like...
No, that's what I'm meaning,
Yeah.
though. Like, there's this people out there that are so vindictive that they will do things to... Like, for example, I watched... These are just, like, little short reel things that just are made up. But, like, I watched one that was about how this girl was driving drunk, and the nerd of the school was, like, madly in love with her. He took the fall for her, and she ended up taking all of his money from him, and he was, like, super rich, and left him in jail to rot. And he got, like, a second chance to come back to a certain part of his life to change that moment, and he told her, like, basically to F off.
Do you think you'd rather have an opportunity to, like, restart your life completely, or know everything you know now and you go back to, like, you were 8 years old, or let's say 10? That way it's like a...
Honestly, if I went back till I was 10, I wouldn't have a problem restarting there, because I think that's where a lot of my issues started from.
What would you do? We don't have to get too detailed, but, like, let's say, like...
I would do better in school, 100%.
Yeah.
I would ignore the comments that came from people. I would focus more on school, and I would push myself to move out of Chico.
Yeah, that's fair. Interesting. Where would you go? Right on the top of your head, like...
Well, I would want it, like, for college. I don't know exactly where I'd want to go for college because I never thought about it. But I wouldn't want to do it in...
Chico? Yeah, you'd want to go...
Explore.
Interesting. I think I would... I might kind of plan on the same thing. I might, like, move out of country. I've
I
thought
don't know
about
if I
that.
would move out of country, but I would definitely do something, like, to try... I want to, like, better myself where I can travel more. I want to go explore, and I want to adventure, and I know I still can do that with where I'm at.
But I have a buddy who's, like, got a family member that lives in Canada, and she, like, grew up here and everything like that, and then they go visit her every year, and she's like, they're super happy out there in Canada, and I'm like, interesting. Not saying that I would want to move to Canada, but I'm just saying, like, moving out of the country.
Yeah.
I've never, like, that idea isn't.
Well, and like even maybe not like moving out of the country, but like studying abroad.
Yeah, even if it's for a short term.
One of my friends did that, and he is like,
Where? Where'd they go?
All I know is he's madly in love with Czech.
The Czech Republic?
I think he went there, yeah.
Okay.
He went like a lot of places. I'm sorry. I pay attention half of the time in conversations.
All right.
And remember half of things.
Well, and your husband didn't necessarily study abroad. He lived out in another country.
He did.
That's pretty dope.
Yep.
Do you think we were born in Germany? How do you think our lives would be different if we had grown up in Germany? I don't think I've ever thought of that.
So I've thought of it quite a bit. I feel like no matter what, we would be in the situation that we're in.
No, of course.
But I also kind of don't think that our dad would have retired as early as he did.
From the military? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think...
But I do think that
we would be...
them divorcing was going to happen no matter what.
Yeah, no, of course. But, wow, how our lives would be different if we grew up in Germany.
It's a different culture, too. So
I'd be fat. I'd drink a ton of beer.
And I don't think you would. There's a lot to do out there, especially in Munich. Around. It was so... There was always something that I was doing when I was out there.
I can't even picture what life would be like out there because I was 1 when we moved here. So I have no clue really anything about Germany. That's also why I would want to travel to different countries.
Well, you know that our parents spoke English to you and Taylor, you and our sister, but then they spoke German to me. Yeah. And then when I started school, they stopped. It was like a half and half with me because I refused to try to learn English.
Like my fiance and I, we've talked about where we would move. And we've really talked about in the future, like the idea of moving out of the country. And like this is in the future, like our forever home. And we've talked about Italy being pretty high on the list, Japan being pretty high on the list. Like if we were to move out of the country, where would we move, you know? And cuz like Japan right now is paying people to move there and start families because they have a declining population. And then in Japan itself, they have free flights to other cities outside of Tokyo because they want to showcase to people that Japan's not just Tokyo. It is so much more than that. You know, there's so many other cities. But we've talked about that. And then Italy is paying people to move there.
Italy is... I loved Italy, but the drivers were insane.
I feel like you're gonna get, because I feel people probably say that about America too.
That's probably very true. I do think that if you're gonna move to Italy, at least go visit there beforehand.
Course. We wouldn't just jump ship and move.
I really enjoyed the traveling around and everything. I think Cortona is my favorite of them all.
Right now, we're assuming our next destination that we land is going to be Arizona, somewhere in Arizona. And like we visited there and we were visiting cities that we could possibly see, you know, a future in. So like Williams, Arizona was pretty big for us because we just loved the weather there. It was like 15 degrees cooler than it would be in like Phoenix. And then that day that we were there, it was snowing and they have the Polar Express train there, which is very cool to see. And the city itself reminded us a lot of downtown Chico and what Chico has to offer, but without the homeless issue and all that, you know. But kind of transitioning a little bit, let's talk a little bit about billionaires. It's hard. you see all the time, of course, the stories of the Elons and the Warren Buffetts and all that. And how do you think that they think differently than you or I, who's not necessarily a billionaire, or may not reach that billionaire level?
My brain can't compute this question.
How do you think they think? How do you think Elon Musk thinks compared to you or me? You think he thinks differently at all? It's okay to say no.
No, I am pretty sure he does think differently. I just don't know how to explain it because I feel like he probably looks at things and what he probably could see what his next project's going to be, and he can look at the think 10 steps ahead.
I think he...
Or they're just very passionate about something and they just know how to move in that subject.
I think billionaires have a mindset that's different than ours in a sense of they don't have like a off switch. If that, and I'll describe
Does that kind of go with the 10 steps ahead? They're like always looking at new things and seeing their projects.
I think that they are just more capable of sacrificing the everyday life for the long-term goal than the average human being. So Elon Musk, for example, let's take him. I'm sure that there were so many opportunities of holidays with his family and the Bill Gates of the world, so many times where he couldn't go to his son's soccer game or something like that because he was busy working. Now, of course, a lot of us would be like, no, I would rather sacrifice working to be at my son's soccer game or to be, at Christmas or something like that. Not saying that this is what actually goes on. I'm just spitballing the idea of a billionaire. Yeah, and saying that I believe that, it's probably they have a I will succeed at all costs mentality, no matter what sacrifice I need to make.
Yes. Maybe.
I don't know. It's just a question.
Oh. I don't. It's like when I said certain things earlier, you're like, I've not thought of that. I've not thought of what billionaires think of.
I do think there's a touch of luck that comes into that. At a certain point, when you're a billionaire, it's not luck. It is.
I think they did put a lot of time and effort into getting where they are. And if you want to do something, you have to put the time and effort into it. You can't just assume or speculate that, well, if I want to become the president, it's just going to fall into my lap. No. If I want to build a computer, it's going to fall in my lap.
Especially when you're when your levels of like Elon Musk's success or Bill Gates' success or Steve Ballmer's success or Steve Jobs' success, where you own Apple or Microsoft or something like that. Yeah, it is. They were going to succeed no matter what. Even if they had a sprinkle of luck from, it's not like a TikTok algorithm that they're looking for a sprinkle of luck to pop their video, right? Even if Apple would have failed, Steve Jobs would have found something else and sold that and been a, multi-million-dollar company, regardless of whatever it was. And same thing with Elon. I bet if Tesla failed, he would have found something else. And Warren Buffett, same thing. Warren Buffett, of course, dude's a billionaire, so he knows what he's doing. And he hit a lot of stocks that definitely make him a ton of money now. But it is interesting to me to think how they think so differently than you or I. Yeah, that they're like, work is above all priority, versus a lot of us do the opposite. And we're like, no, my family's number one. I'll work a job that's, pays $30 an hour for the rest of my life, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, so that I can see my family and all that and be at my kids' games and all that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Billionaires are insane, with their mindset, because they just can do what the average human being can't. You know, there's a reason that there's only a handful of billionaires. There's not everyone and their grandma is not a billionaire. Shoot, there's not a lot of millionaires. But interesting to think about. Let's see. You want to talk about the minds of cult leaders?
Have you seen part 2 of Wednesday?
I have. Did we not talk about that?
No.
On the last episode?
No, because I just watched it.
Okay, so...
So, you want to talk about cult leaders?
Yeah, sure. She's kind of culty-esque.
I'm talking about Principal, fire guy.
Okay. Go on. What's your thoughts on part 2 of Wednesday? We'll transition over to that.
I thought it was pretty good. Really intrigued to see, like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was the aunt that was the person that was 1983 that they were hunting.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was too.
Yeah, I 100% thought that.
I didn't know that it was Tyler's mom.
With the ending, that makes more sense that they're about to bring her in.
They do really good with their thought process on all seasons. Like,
I want to see how it plays out, especially with the fact of, like, the music teacher trying to help
Tyler and the werewolf. Eden.
Yeah. And plus, like, she said something about being a Hyde.
Her dad was a Hyde.
Which makes me kind of think, what if she's half Hyde?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is she like some hybrid Hyde werewolf thing?
And I'm kind of curious if she's like an alpha. And I wonder if she knows that maybe Eden has something special about her.
Well, she knows Eden is an alpha.
Well, but what if she's not actually fully just an alpha? What if she's a Hyde also? Like,
Eden?
What if she's half and half?
I don't know.
My brain was like wrapping around a lot of things. But when the cult thing came into play with the principal, before they had announced it, because I kept saying, I was like, there's something off about that principal. There's something off.
We knew he was a villain.
Yeah. And then
even in the first part, you can tell because he was manipulating the siren into doing his dirty work.
Yeah. And then when he was sitting at the bar, I looked at Dale and I go, I bet you $100 he's the fucking cult leader and the dad is just a cover up. And come to find out, he's the flipping cult leader.
Yeah, honestly, that was the best season by far. I think it was way better than season 1. And season 1 was great.
The props and stuff like this, I wish there was more.
I hate that it comes out so, like, 2 years later, it's like,
But look at how detailed it is.
But it's so good that I can't complain.
Yeah.
It just, I guess...
Thoughts on Lady Gaga?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Her new song's cool. Like, it's cool that they incorporated it.
Did you recognize that she was actually in them?
No, I know. She was the... gosh, I forgot the lady's name.
The white witch thingy-majigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
in the grave.
Yeah. I thought it was a detail that wasn't a necessity. It could have been anyone.
It could have been, I think. But it was pretty cool to see.
It's not that it's bad.
It's pretty cool to see singers' other sides to them, because singers like are very like, oh, I sing.
So you like Bad Bunny and Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I loved the fact that Bad Bunny was in there.
Have you seen?
And I love him in the SNL skits because he's in quite a few SNL skits.
In WWE.
Oh, I haven't seen.
And he actually plays a huge role in the movie my fiance and I just went to the theaters and watched. It's called Caught Stealing.
Oh.
It's with Austin Butler.
No, I haven't looked at it or seen it.
Yeah,
I watched the last one I watched was Naked Gun 2.
That has Bad Bunny in it?
No.
Oh, I thought you were...
No, the last movie I watched at the movie theaters.
In the theater?
Yeah.
Naked Gun?
Yeah. There's one...
Who's in that?
Naked Gun from, like, 1983 that, like, I don't quote me on that year. But it was, like, from the back in the day, and then they just reamped it with a new one.
Oh.
It's pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, Wednesday was cool. I think some things are going to go down. I like how they're getting out of the school. School's, of course, shut down. I think that'll be back somehow. Or season 3's kind of got to be the last season, I guess. If it's not.
So what I think is going to happen is, even if the school doesn't come back, they're going to be lured back to the school.
Yeah.
Because look, Wednesday's looking for Eden right now. So
yeah,
she's
next season we know is going to be in, I think, the school, basically the new school where all the, rejects pretty much go. Their own version of X-Men.
Find out how to make the spirit of the old principal to be the ghost that of principal to be like the principal of that school for season 3. I know only
Wednesday and her mom can see the lady.
But I was saying find a way to make that ghost appear.
Like bring it back to life. Yeah, they could probably do something like that.
Yeah. I don't or bring in another good principal. Like her character is pretty good. I liked her as a principal. I thought it was hilarious when she got offended when he was like, I've been trying to get rid of that lady, the old principal.
When they said that when they were describing her as just this low life.
Oh yeah,
that was because she took that to heart clearly.
What?
But I really think that the music teacher's somehow bad. I was waiting for it kind of all season.
I think they were setting it up for season 3.
I think she's gonna be a bad. But I also think they couldn't put her as a villain this season because
they had 2 villains already in this season.
They had 2 teachers that were villains.
Well, they had technically 3 villains in this equation. Technically.
No, yeah.
Actually, no, they had 5 or 6 because if you think about it, they had the principal, they had Tyler, they had Tyler's mom, they had Isaac,
and then the lady
Isaac killed,
the receptionist.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so sad when the teacher that was in the tube.
Yeah.
When he ate his brain,
Isaac
I was like,
his brain.
That's so sad.
And then I've always wondered why Wednesday's dad didn't have any powers. And
we found out.
No, I know that now.
I think somehow he's gonna get his powers back.
I thought it was gonna be in that episode too. I thought him and Bugsley were gonna get or Pugsley was gonna get shocked, and they both were just gonna be able
Yeah, I thought somehow he was going to, because he was separated from the family when the big explosion happened or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, this is the point.
This is the point where he's gonna be boom, yeah.
Yeah, and then I also thought the mom was gonna die.
I did because of the fact that the
laser thing fell on her.
No, I know, but I thought because of that tombstone that said Addams. But then I kind of thought after she woke up, I thought it was Thing that was going to be that.
There was a part that I thought that too.
I was like, not Thing. That is very clever though. The fact that it's Isaac Knight in his hand, Thing.
That's what I'm saying. They thought that out so well. And it's just crazy that they are able to, because Thing has been a thing for so long.
Yeah. Have you seen, kind of shifting a little bit, have you seen the new movie that's in theaters with John?
Only movie I've seen in theaters recently was Caught Stealing.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking.
What's the movie about?
He's a criminal that breaks out of prison that hides in a Toys R Us.
Oh, with Channing Tatum.
Yes. I was going to say John Cena, which I knew was not John Cena.
No, we saw the preview for it.
Thoughts on it?
I don't think it's going to be that good. I just think it could be good. Don't get me wrong. I think
it's not something you want to see in theaters. You want to see at home.
Yeah, I would see it at home. I wouldn't go to the theaters to see it. It's a movie too that obviously the lady's going to find out that he's a freaking wanted criminal.
Yeah, but I think I want to see the comedy behind it because we all know with him there's always comedy in his. So I think it would be fun to see it.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, okay, that could be good, but it's definitely not something I'll be like, I really want to go to the theater. It's not like a Marvel movie or something like that. Speaking of Marvel, I was just talking to you about Spider-Man. Which Spider-Man is your favorite? Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland.
I'm a huge Tobey Maguire. Like, it's just the first one.
Tom
it's
Holland
like,
is the GOAT
no,
Spider-Man.
100% I would put Tom Holland as my second.
Oh, it's your second. There's
But
only 3 options.
I know. It's just that
Andrew
Tobey is just
Garfield has
like,
got to be the worst Spider-Man. And that was my first time ever seeing that.
I don't really remember. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly. Also, you can't be the best Spider-Man.
Have you seen the Spider-Man Universes one?
No Way Home? Yeah.
Doesn't that count in this equation?
Oh, you mean Miles Morales, Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
That one, the animated one.
Yeah.
He's a great Spider-Man.
But doesn't he count in the equation?
Yeah.
He was a Spider-Man, so we gotta count him. You can't just say there's only 3.
Well, I'm saying the 3 live actions that we've seen. Because until we see... I don't think you can include Miles Morales until we see a live action version of it.
Okay. The only reason I say Tobey is just because of the fact that was the first Spider-Man. That
Nostalgic.
Was the first, like, yeah. But Tom 100% was a great, like...
The best.
Yeah, I really liked his version.
Tobey probably would be better if they could do with movies what...
They can do now.
Also, at the same time, though, Tom Holland fits the perfect vibe of what Spider-Man was in the comics. This kid in high school. Tobey, to me, like, never really screams kid.
He wasn't a kid. He was an adult. He was working. School. Was he a senior in high school? I thought he was. I'm sorry. I haven't seen this movie in so long.
Andrew Garfield Andrew Garfield does play a better, like, kid version of Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire plays a better Spider-Man.
But also,
Tom Holland plays the best Spider-Man, in my opinion.
Okay.
Andrew Garfield, though, I don't think he can be anywhere close. He's got to be last, I think, in my opinion, on everyone's list, because he did not save his girl. She dies. You're not we all know superheroes, they beat the villain, they save the city, they save the girl.
That doesn't always happen. Not in the Marvel movies.
But give me another Marvel movie it doesn't happen.
I'm pretty sure there's another one where a girl dies and it's not
Thor?
Is it Thor?
But that's the 5th Thor movie that came out until she died.
That's true. Well, this is the 3rd Spider-Man that's came out till she died.
It was his second movie. It was Andrew Garfield's second Spider-Man. Not Hemsworth was Thor for like 5 movies or something like that. I think it's Love and Thunder she dies. I don't know if she actually does. I think she does, but
and honestly, every time that someone dies, they always come back some magical way.
Not Tony Stark. Iron Man, he dead. Now he's Doctor Doom, but
no, I'm meaning like, have you ever seen a movie where not the main character but someone else dies? And then somehow magically, like...
Oh, yeah, they wash up on shore or something like that?
Like, for example, Fast and the Furious. Shall we talk about Letty? She died and then magically came back alive.
I have beef with Fast and Furious movies because there's just... I think I've talked about this on this podcast. We talked about it with John Cena and all that, but...
Okay, I love Fast and the Furious. I've always loved Fast and the Furious, but... I think after Paul Walker died, I give you 1 or 2 after he passed away.
First
Maybe
5 movies, call it. 6 and on can...
I think once the drive of like Paul Walker
7
was going to go to his family and do his family life, and they were Toretto was going to do his life. I think the movie should have stopped there. Do I think, though, when I watch Fast and the Furious and I did, like, newer ones, okay, that's fine. Like, it's something to watch. It's just not something I was jumping for like I was when I was a kid.
What it feels like is when an athlete is so good, right? Jordan, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers now, or Aaron Rodgers in general, and then Aaron Rodgers leaves the Packers and he goes to the Jets. Then he leaves the Jets and goes to the Steelers. It's like that 2-year period.
Wait, Aaron Rodgers is on the Steelers now?
You didn't know this?
No.
You play fantasy football.
Yeah, I stopped paying attention to Aaron Rodgers when he was losing me points.
Tom Brady actually ended on top. I can't really talk smack on Tom Brady.
Yeah, he literally got divorced because he wanted to do one more season.
Jordan, like, should have never left the Bulls. Should have called his career after that. Shouldn't have done one more season for the Wizards. Right? Like, LeBron will be fine because he's huge. He'll be a dominant player till he retires. But there's so many players. Shaq. There are so many seasons of Shaq that should have just stopped. And it's, he was 7'2", 350 pounds on the
Custom
Celtics.
shoes.
And size 24 shoe. Like, you can't blame the guy for ended up putting on weight and being bad. Dwayne Wade should have never left the Heat. But that's what I'm getting at, is like, all these guys are so good, and then you just want to forget about those last few seasons. Same thing with Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious movies are so good, but these last few seasons, or the last few movies, you just got to throw them away and flush them down the toilet.
There's a lot of people that do really like them, and I don't knock them for liking them because I do think that they're good. I don't think it's something, again, like, it's because I grew up watching it. I do agree. Like, I feel like it should have stopped at a certain point. But I also am a huge, like, Paul Walker. Paul Walker brought that, like, side that I loved.
Yeah. Paul Walker, I agree. They should have cut it when he passed. It's like, the When I See You Again, call it good, that's Fast and the Furious. I'm cool with that. Even though I didn't love the last two movies, 6 and 7, if they would have just stopped at 6 and 7, I'd have been fine. I've been like, yeah, they're cool movies. They're not great movies like I think 1, 3, 4, 5 are. 2 is
I do like
mediocre.
The bank heist one.
5. Fast
Was that 5?
That's the best Fast and the Furious movie.
Oh.
That's Brazil.
I don't know.
This is Brazil.
My brain's too tired for this.
Okay, fine. Since your brain's tired, I'm going to ask you a brain-teasing question. If you found a wallet with $10,000 inside of it, no ID, would you turn it in? If no one was watching, what would you turn in?
I would turn it in.
All of it.
Yes.
Not me.
But what if it's like they're watching you and they want it, like, no, what if someone dropped the wallet, like, as it's a stage thing to see who would be nice, who would take the money and who wouldn't. And then you would turn it in and then you got even a bigger reward.
I would turn it in. Just not with $10,000 in it.
You would, with
like,
nothing
I
in
found
it?
this wallet with $1,000 in it, guys. I just pocketed $9,000. Okay, yeah, sure. I could have done the perfect thing and returned $10,000. But you know why I wouldn't do it? This one time I was in Walmart.
You're shady.
No. This one time I was in Walmart.
I'm telling your fiance you're shady.
And I was with our sister. We're walking through Walmart, and I see a $20 bill on the ground. And I pick it up. And I'm all, you know what? Like, some kid or someone probably lost their $20. They're probably crying to their mom right now.
Did the person pocket it?
And I gave it to the guy. This guy put it in his freaking pocket. He's all, oh, thanks. And I was like, the customer service guy, he didn't lose $20.
What if he did?
No, get the fuck out of here. There ain't no way he did.
But what if it is that where, like, if you turned them all the money in, and granted, like,
hindsight's
you
20/20.
you just pocketed $9,000, so
Yeah.
like what if it could have been like you gave the $10,000 and you got 50 instead?
Yeah, I mean, that's like,
Granted, that's very, very
what if
slim.
I invested in Bitcoin when it was 2005?
Honestly, I don't know if I would trust $10,000 on the floor at this point where we live. I don't even trust picking up $1.
No, see, so
in
what
this
you
town.
do is you
Use rubber gloves.
No, you take the money to the casino and you only deposit $4,000 at a time into the casino machine, and then you instantly take the ticket out after you've put it into the machine. You withdraw your money and then you go take them their ticket, and then they give you $4,000 in new bills. Because if it's anything over $4,000, you have to claim it. So if it's under $4,000,
You're not getting my point, though. Because I don't want to touch it, because what if it's laced?
I mean,
have you not heard of what's happening in this area?
You think someone's lacing $10,000?
No, well, probably not. But
They're
I mean,
gonna
like,
risk 10 grand.
Could you imagine?
Kudos to them. Take me, because I'm touching it. I'm touching all the cash. No shot. If you have the balls to drop $10,000 and be like, I know somebody, because theoretically you could do that with a $20 bill. Someone's gonna pick it up.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. What if you find a wallet, there's $10,000 in it, and an ID in it?
I found a wallet with $10,000 and no ID. Depends. No, really.
So what are you swooping that ID?
No, I'm just kidding. Depends. Really, this does depend. A quick Google search is going to tell me all I need to know about the person.
What if it says that he's poor? And then what if that $10,000 was he was going to go do, like, buy a car for himself, a down payment for a car? What if it's like that $10,000 was his, like, house and groceries and the bills he was going to pay with that money? Like,
what if that's tough for that guy, but it's a sign for me, and it's the break I need. And then I go and invest that $9,000 and I give him $1,000 back. And then, because he'd still walk away with $1,000.
yeah, but if this is for his, like, bills, that $10,000, you just made that man poor and homeless and his 3 kids and his wife.
If you're that stupid to drop $10,000,
sometimes people don't feel things.
it's $10,000. It's not like we're talking about $5 in your wallet. First of all, $10,000 isn't even fitting in a wallet. That's a fat wallet.
No, that's 100% a fat wallet.
But I'm sorry, if I had $10,000 on me, that thing would be strapped to my freaking thigh. Like, I'm not.
You duct taping $10,000 to your thigh?
When I bought my first car, I bought it for $3,500. And so I went to the bank, pulled the $3,500
my
out.
God, every time I walked with, like, a crap ton of money in my hands.
That's what I'm saying. It was on my, like...
Okay.
You could have pointed a gun at me. I'm not giving that money up.
Okay, so at my old job, every morning...
Shut up.
every morning, you had to do...
Who cares?
Every morning you had to go to the bank and deposit the money if it wasn't a holiday or a weekend. Or, like, a day they were closed. But, so, I remember this one time when I moved away and I was up there. The bank was right across the street. So what we would do is walk across the street and deposit the money. I had the black bag in my hand and I got assaulted by someone on the way. Literally, I walked out and I had stopped because I was calling Dad. So I was trying to end the call because he didn't answer. And 2 ladies walked in front of me. And then all of a sudden, this homeless person got off the sidewalk, came at me, shoved me.
Did he take the money?
No, I thought he was going to, but I gripped on the money so hard that I just, like, when I got shoved, I, like, brought it into me.
Or he ran away?
He just kept going after he shoved me.
I would have gotten up and beat his ass.
I was so, like, shocked by what just happened. I walked inside and I go, I just got assaulted. And one of the girls goes, what? And I go, I just got physically assaulted by a homeless person for no apparent reason. And I have the video footage still to this day. I grabbed the video footage and everybody was like, oh my God, it was on our surveillance. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, dude pushes me. I have to actually backtrack and talk about the wallet thing one more time.
Why, you don't want to seem like a douchebag for taking $10,000 from a person that you just made homeless and his kids and his wife?
That's crazy to paint it like that. First of all, because you know damn well if you found $10,000 on the ground, you would take it. $10,000? Just, I walk outside, I go get the mail, and there's $10,000 on the floor.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably taking it to the police, because what if the $10,000 is like something really bad?
That's where you could just hold it for a little bit and be like...
But what if like you spend it and it gets traced back to a robbery?
That's why you go to the casino. And you deposit it.
You know that they can figure out like where, what machine, when it was deposited and stuff.
People bring in thousands and thousands. How are they going to know if I have hundreds, people are putting in hundreds and thousands of dollars in the casino every day. How are they going to know it was me?
Well, it's also kind of weird that you're just putting money into a machine and then just walking away.
Well, I'd probably play a couple hands and then I'd be like...
After you lost 1,000?
No. See, I wouldn't be stupid like that. I would like put in 4 racks, right? And then take my ticket. I'd probably play like, say, $200.
What if you put in 4,000 and then you ended up hitting like a small jackpot and it bumped you up to like $7,000?
I'd shit my pants.
Bang bang, you got the mini jackpot.
Yeah, I'd probably shit myself. Like I can see why people get addicted to gambling.
Oh, I 100% see why.
Your husband
really will not do it.
When we went to Reno, your husband brought me to play Pai Gow with him. Mm-hmm. I never played Pai Gow. And I'm all...
Don't tell her stepmom because she loves Pai Gow.
Yeah. And so we played... I never played before, and he was nice enough. He sponsored me to play, so he dropped like it was like $100.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And so I'm going, and I'm nervous as shit because it's like I brought $60 to the floor. Right, I'm not playing with triple digits because I'm nervous about gambling. So turns out I actually was. Maybe he only gave me like 50 then. I don't know.
Did you double your money?
I think I did. I walked out of there with 125. So I gave him everything. And then he's like, no, here. And then I was like, no, here. And so I think he gave me 50. And then I doubled it. Or I guess I doubled it and then some. And then I gave him 100 and I took 25. So I was like, that's fair. I doubled your money and I took a little for myself. You know?
Yeah.
That seemed fair. I was just glad I didn't lose. Because I would have felt really bad if I lost $50 of his money.
Yeah, him and his brother realized real quickly that I'm not great with gambling.
Like you freak out?
Freak out. They took me to blackjack, and I had the 2 worst hands that you can have in blackjack. And
I get nervous. Like,
my brother-in-law sponsored me, and I
get nervous on the table. Like with other people around?
The girl was even trying to help me decide. Like, she's like, I really can't be telling you what to do.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that this is what most people do, and this is your hand. And then she's like, also, the 2 hands that you've gotten are the really hardest hand. Like, the 2, they were splits.
So, all I know about blackjack, I don't know how to friggin' deal with, like, what I know... Stay on 16 and up. Anything less, you just... Depending on the face card of the dealer, right? Because you get to see one face card. So it's like, if they have a 10, you hit on 16. Mm-hmm. But if they have like a 4, you stay on 16. Because they have to hit on anything below 17, I think. They stay on 17 and up. Mm-hmm. The dealer will always do that.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
So unless, of course, unless you have 19, then they're gonna.
Yeah.
But
my favorite thing is when I go up to like the hotel room or like go shopping or something like that, and I leave my husband.
And then you come back and he's made you a fuck ton of money.
He's done that so many times, but
flex.
I'm not trying to flex. It's just wild. Yeah. It's wild that like I will disappear from him, and then like one night we were in Vegas, and I was like, I'm super exhausted. I'm going up to the hotel room. I went up to the hotel room, passed out, and I think I left at like 11:30. He came up pounding on the door because he didn't have a key at 2:30 in the morning and was so excited and was like, I doubled my money. And I was like, what?
Yeah, no, the crazy thing was when we were in Reno.
But I always know where I can find him. He's
Yeah.
always at that craps table.
Which I actually really do like playing craps. Not at the table. I like the machine.
The machine thingy.
I like the machine because the table makes me too nervous. Because the machine is easy. I'm just pressing a couple buttons.
I like playing the Huff Huff Pig one.
You like slots.
The slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The machine, I'm chilling because it's just me and the machine. I don't want to roll dice either because some dude comes up and puts $1,000 on me to not roll a 7.
If you're a newbie, 100% is what people are doing.
No,
there.
I know. And that puts I feel like I would have anxiety if someone comes up and is like, you've never done this before? Oh, $5,000 on you not rolling a 7. And
What
at
if
that
your
casino,
first number is 7?
I would feel so bad. I would feel like I owe the guy $5,000.
No, he's the one that plays.
No, I know, but like, I would feel bad that I just lost this dude $5,000. Now, to be frank, we were at that casino, and there were a handful of times where I'd walk past the table, and I'm seeing these guys throwing money down.
There's people out there that do that.
I know there's like the Dana Whites and all that of the world that like go crazy when it comes to gambling, but I've just never seen it in person where I'm like. There
was one time that I was with my brother-in-law and my, I think we were at either Reno or Vegas. I can't remember, but maybe we were in, I don't know. We were at the casino and I walk up to the boys and this guy is just throwing like money down, and he's even doing it after the dealer says like no more bets, and which was really irritating the dealer. But he just kept throwing down, like he'd throw $500 down and like that start throwing 1,000, and we're just sitting there like, oh my god, like, and he was betting it all on this kid who just turned 21.
Yeah, see, that would freak me out.
Yeah,
if I'm that kid,
it was his first time with his parents playing craps.
That would freak me out. I would be like, guys, can we exchange this for dollars? Like, can we do single dollar bets? Because that's what I would feel. I would be like, okay, sorry, I lost you $5, but I have $5,000 on the line. I would crap my pants if I did not.
Yeah.
Also, the person who thought of casinos is such a genius. Because when you take out the actual dollars and change and all that, and you swap it out for a token or a chip, that's genius, because then you don't actually feel like you're spending money. Or even tickets. Now, like, you can withdraw, right? You put in cash and you can withdraw your ticket, and then you could just go put that ticket into another machine. That's genius for like a business aspect, because it's like you don't feel like you're spending money. But you are, and that's just. And
then he gets you in trouble.
Yeah, I wish I owned a casino. Maybe if I was.
I know someone that.
You don't have to say any names, but.
No, I know. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I know someone that.
What's the most money you know someone that has lost?
Not that much.
Or okay, what were you gonna say then? I thought you were
I know
gonna say some
someone
shit
that's
like that.
dropped like 500. That's lost $500, and
oh, that's nothing.
It's nothing. It's nothing except for the person that we're not supposed to tail doesn't know about it.
What?
There's a specific like.
Okay, tell me after the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe if I won the lottery, I would buy a casino, because that
you just gotta be careful with where it's placed, because I think the one that we had that just shut down, I think it wasn't doing that well. Down? The casino that's between here and
the big white tent. That's shut down. Really?
Yeah.
They weren't getting activity.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It was kind of in a weird spot.
It was in a weird spot, and also I didn't know how to get to it because
I had no clue either.
It looked like. You can see it on the highway.
Yeah, there was no like turn off on the highway.
Well, I don't think there's supposed to be a turn off on the highway.
No, I know, but
like
you
an
know,
off-ramp.
it looks as if, because if you just drive on the highway past it, theoretically, you'd think there would be something close that
There's
you
got to
can...
be a background.
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of the lottery, 2 people just won.
I saw that.
Yeah. One guy that won is in a fraternity in Texas. Texas University. Frat guy named like Chad or some crap.
Dropping out of college.
Oh, yeah. 1,000%. I would be...
You know, honestly, or he might do this. He might finish out college, just finish it out.
If I had to split $1.8 billion with somebody, and then the lump sum ends up being like 170 million, they're gonna walk away with each.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it said like 180.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
If I was given 180 million dollars, I'm not going back to college. Me personally. What would you do?
I don't know. Probably go explore.
I would what?
Probably go explore. Or go travel.
Would you still work?
Not for a year, honestly. I think I would 100% go travel for an entire year.
It's fair. I think I would still
abandon
do
everybody.
stuff like this.
I would just say nope.
I'd do the podcast, you know. Realistically, I would not... Who would you tell that you won the lottery?
Not many people. Like, I think it would be...
Would you tell me? Damn. That hurts.
No, I think I would tell you. I think honestly, I thought like what would be fun, but also just because of the fact that if I won the money and I didn't even say anything to my husband and I just kept it like off to the side. Hold on. Let me finish, because you're looking at me. You're looking at the camera like I'm an idiot and being a fucked up person.
What the fuck?
Hold on. I wouldn't tell him until it came to the holidays, when it came to Christmas. And then I would...
you just wrapped up a duffel bag of bills? That would be sick.
And then say, basically, pay off all our debt.
See, I could not keep that secret from my fiance.
No, I wouldn't be able to.
I would shit myself. If I won the lottery, like, this whole neighborhood would hear me screaming.
I wouldn't be screaming like that or anything. I would definitely, like... See, I would be... worried about telling certain people.
Oh, no. I wouldn't. Honestly, like... How do I describe this? I would tell a handful of people, right? I would tell you, but I would know that you're not going to go tell others.
Yeah.
And also...
That's because you're going to give me hush money.
I don't give a... Now, let me make this very clear. I don't give a fuck about... Because I know people, if they find out, they're going to reach out and be expecting hands, right? Or be expecting me to fill their hand. No. Get the hell out of here. If I come to you and I want to...
Would you donate any of the money to charity?
Absolutely. I actually wouldn't... I wouldn't donate to charity. I would start charitable events.
Okay.
So I've been huge on the idea of, if I ever won the lottery, I would buy... in this city, it's called the Field House. It's where I grew up playing basketball, and I would open it up to the kids on the... I would want to provide a space for them that's absolutely free, where you could play indoor basketball for free. Because that was always a struggle for me. Was in the summertime, it is 105 degrees outside. It's tough to hoop outside.
Yeah.
And now I did it when I was a kid. In the wintertime, I couldn't because it's pouring rain and I wasn't allowed to. Or it's so windy on certain days and it's just the ball is just going
flying
everywhere. So I would want to buy that and then do events for the kid and open it up freely.
I'm not going to lie, and I've thought about actually starting to like see if I can like dip my toes into this here soon, because I really kind of actually want to start doing this. I would probably start like... I don't know where I would like go first with like starting a charity or something like that, but I would definitely like want to be a part of it. So yeah. And like I like, for example, like my mother-in-law is part of what did you think?
I didn't. Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
for like helping people in need with like food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I envy her because of it, because it's so, when I go help every other month and with their like blue bag drives, I feel so like happy and empowered afterwards that I would love to like be able to help out more.
Yeah, I think a lot of my charitable things that I would do would revolve a lot around sports with kids, for sure.
Mine would be animals.
Yeah, I mean, animals, 1000%, I would have like a pretty much a dog sanctuary.
If you think about like, there's a lot of animals that like go to the pound, and I feel so bad for like the old animals that they don't get to like, they don't get to be adopted, and then they just get put down. And what if we had like an area that like, I know we couldn't be able to do it in like every city or anything, but if like even just to do one city just to help in one area, like we had, the only thing that sucks is that once we go, like what happens to those charities at that point? Like,
you would hope that you would have prepared the people that would be taking over to continue on your legacy.
Yeah,
that would be the big thing.
That's what, yeah, the hope is there, and sometimes it doesn't turn out to be there.
Yeah, I mean, with the lottery itself, we are talking a life-changing amount of money that you could do a lot of different things with. Now, of course, it's easy to blow through that, but the first thing I would do if I won the lottery is I would hire a financial advisor, and I would set myself up to where I could never go broke again. Roth IRA, stocks, bonds, etc.
Yeah.
All 9 yards. Then I would obviously like buy myself a house that is our dream home. Nothing crazy.
Would you build it or would you just buy it?
There is a dream home. So I would buy multiple properties. I'd probably build one of where we want to choose to settle down for the rest of our lives. Right? Let's say that it's Northern Arizona. We'd pick the place and we'd start building. I would be big on, there is a dream home that I have in this city that I've been to. I was, they were a customer of mine. I have that house picked out. I genuinely, if I won the lottery, I'd probably go to the lady and I would be like, how much do you want for this house? And then whatever she offered, I would lowball her. No, I'm just kidding.
Watch like in the future,
No,
like let's say there's a like the slim chance of this, but you win the lottery, you go to that lady, and she goes, "I saw your podcast."
I don't think it would be so tough for her to sell, I think, because her husband, that house, her husband was an architect and he built that house.
So,
and then he passed away.
My in-laws' house, I can't remember how many, I think it was 3. This guy built 3 custom homes. And the one that they're living in was supposed to be his like forever living in. And everything is custom, like how it's set up and painted. And
did the guy pass away?
No, something happened like financially, and he wasn't able to like.
Do you know that guy's name?
No, I don't remember his name.
I wonder if it's the same guy.
I could probably find out.
Yeah,
he ended up moving into one of the other houses.
Do you know where at?
No,
Okay.
I would have to ask a lot more questions.
Yeah. If you could find out that name, that'd be great. Because I think there's a customer I'm thinking of off the top of my head that has a very similar story to that. And we can talk about that.
Yeah, I can find out. So
yeah, I would do that. I would buy my properties and all that, including one property I would buy, an apartment complex for sure, 1000%. And then to the select few that I would tell, I would be like, hey, you can live here rent free. And like I would buy like Amanda Place, like a 200 unit one. That way it's making me money and keeping me afloat just in case things go south, because they say that people that win the lottery typically blow through their cash. I would invest in some business ideas that I think are, of my interest. Like, for instance, this podcast, I would love to continue and all that. And I would invest in our studio and all that. And then
Dom's going to buy us a warehouse.
shoot, I probably would buy like an entire warehouse area, and then I would rent out like 8 of them, and then I would just have the one for whatever, for us or my boat, or whatever it may be. I'd buy a boat.
What are you gonna tow it with? The Nissan?
No, I'd buy a truck. Are you kidding me?
You said you're buying a boat.
I think I would have like 2 or 3 cars. We'd have a family car. We'd have our fun car, and then I'd have a truck. And
fun car as in project car, or fun car as in
no, like
it's
this
already
is
built
my
up?
Porsche 911. Like this thing is that would be the one stupid thing that I would splurge on, would be that.
A boat isn't.
No, that's an investment. No, but what I'm saying is like a Porsche 911 is going to be a $200,000 car. I would buy like a $10,000 boat and a $30,000 truck, $30,000 family vehicle.
Have you seen how much trucks are?
Yeah.
A used truck is $30,000.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm getting a new truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Look, I've never been the guy that needs like the brand new shit. Never been the guy that needs that.
So me saying that just reminded me of something. So I saw this trend to play Battleship Sushi.
I saw that.
But we didn't actually do the paper thing. We just put it on plates, and then we actually have the Battleship board game. So we did that, and I got really mad at my husband because I had asked like, hey, this number, and this number, like individually. And he's like, yes, hit. He was like, hit, and hit. And then I asked for the next one, and he goes, miss. And I go, oh, so I sank your ship. And he's like, no.
Oh, he moved his roll, so it's like a 3-in-1.
He had all 3 of his ships next to each other. He had done the 3, 3, 4, the 2 right here, and then the 5 was
That's
like
so funny.
right here. I found them all within like...
He was like, fuck.
Yeah, before I had found all of them except for the 2.
I've done that strategy.
The only thing that sucks is when they find all of them,
you're screwed.
And you should always move the 2 somewhere random, because the 2 is the hardest one to find. And then they so like, for example, I kept going around. I was like, he already has all 4 ships near each other. Might as well see if the 5th one is there.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It was scattered.
No, he had it right in the middle of them.
Smart. I mean, genuinely, that's such a smart strategy, because it's a small conglomerate of the actual big map, right? But yeah, you're right. It's like, if they hit, especially if they hit multiple ships, because it's like, oh, if you go on a line of 3 and you just happen to take out one of the ships, you have a chance where you're probably going to bounce out of there.
What if we did a straight line?
I don't think you can do a whole line with all your ships.
Well, most of them, though.
Yeah, you can do a lot. But
I'm intrigued.
When COVID was like a big thing, of course we were all inside and
Getting in trouble.
I spent a lot of the time on just YouTube watching random YouTubers, and there was a whole like series of just YouTuber versus YouTuber games that they would play, and Battleship just happened to be on there all the time. So, yeah. So you ended up winning, I'm assuming.
No, I did end up winning. I just got really frustrated because when I had just said something to you, it just reminded me that I had gotten frustrated over the fact that it was like a 3-minute conversation of me saying the rules state, and I like pulled out the rules, and literally it said like, if your ship has been sunk, you need to like tell the person. He goes, I am playing by the rules, Selene. And I looked at him and I go, oh my god, I just found all of your ships except for one, potentially.
And then you guys started laughing?
And he was laughing, but he was like, I'm not going to tell you anything.
Were probably pissed that he was laughing while you were like annoyed?
Well, I was like sitting there before I was, or after I was annoyed, I was perfectly fine with it. Because I realized that I was the one that was like, what the heck? But I straight up thought that he was just gypping me in the game.
Yeah. All right, that should be good. I think we're